Konnichiwa, and welcome to Tsuki no Ame, where we try Japanese sweets and treats. So today's a little interesting. We actually are going to try a tea that Sakurako sent this month. It's an Adzuki tea. So Adzuki is one of those beans that you find over, in Japan, in Asia, that are actually sweet. So we've tried a lot of things that are Adzuki flavor in the past, and it is supposed to be kind of sweet in this. They've been roasted, but I have to admit I am a little nervous about this. I mostly drink water, and then when I'm not drinking water, the rare times that I drink something else, I usually want it to be very sweet. So I'm not sure how much of that I'm going to be able to kind of pick up. But it is supposed to be kind of naturally a little sweet, and it is caffeine free since it is made from Adzuki beans as opposed to tea leaves. We are, with our Adzuki tea, also going to try this Miyajima cocoa cookie. So apparently it's kind of a sandwich cookie type deal, made with egg crackers with this cocoa cream between them. I have to admit, every time I see the cocoa cream, it makes me just think chocolate, but that's what they're calling it, so that's what we're going to go with. And it's supposed to actually pair very well with things like tea, so we are going to give this a shot, and let's get started. Itadakimasu! And here's actually where I get to admit that they sent me 2 of these, so I have already prepared a cup to try, and I'm not going to lie. I have actually sat here waiting for the steam to die down. I have burned my tongue on things like this way too many times. It still has a little bit of steam going, but nothing like before. So let's give this a shot. Yeah, I'm not getting the sweetness at all. I kind of want to add sugar to it. But it smells really good. Flavor-wise, it kind of is making me think of something kind of not like a tea, even though that's what they're calling it, but it makes me think of something kind of on the lines of like postum or pero or a couple of other things like that, where it's not made from tea leaves or coffee beans, but from other grains and whatnot, things like barley and rye and wheat, and it kind of makes me think, it kind of reminds me of some of those. And I think if it had a little bit of sugar, I might actually really, really like it, because it does kind of have that same similar flavor to it, where it's not super strong or like overpowering, but it does have a nice, rich, earthy flavor to it. I think if I had sugar in it, I'd probably like it a lot. So onto our cookie, and I have to just say the packaging on that is just beautiful. I love so much of these things come in such beautiful packaging, and this is absolutely no exception. It is just so beautiful. Which is why I try so hard not to ruin the packaging when I open a lot of these, just because it is so pretty. It smells good. Alright, so this is, you can kind of see through between the wafers, probably not too well with the camera, but oh, there you go. So you can kind of see where they've got a bit more of the cream filling. So this part here has more of it. That's where I'm going to take a bite. I see why they're calling them egg crackers. This is a very, very firm cookie. It's a sweet cracker basically. It does have a really good eggy flavor to it. It's nice and delicately sweet. And then the filling, the cocoa cream. I didn't get a lot of the chocolate. I get why they're not calling it chocolate, but it is a lot sweeter, and it mixes really well with the shell on here. It's really, really good. Yeah, that is so delicious. That is really good. I definitely have to say I am going to gladly finish that cookie with my tea once I've added a little sugar to it, because I'm sorry, I am that person. I can't go without sugar. And but I would definitely eat this again. This is so good. Um, they the flavor of that egg cracker is just it's delicious. It's not super super sweet, but it is like the perfect level. Gochisousama. So to recap, we had our Adzuki tea, which, at least for me personally, is not sweet enough to go without sugar. But if you are somebody who does, tend to drink these sorts of drinks unsweetened, it might be perfectly fine. It does have kind of an earthy taste, more along the lines of some of these other drinks like Pero and Postum, uh, where it's not super, super strong, kind of mellow, but it is really pretty good. From that, I will probably love this once I get a little more sugar. Uh, we also did this Miyajima cocoa cookie, and it is really crunchy. It does kind of take a bit to bite through, but it is absolutely worth it. The egg crackers they're a weird cross between cookie and cracker, and they are delicious. They are like the perfect level of sweetness, and the cocoa cream in the center really, really kind of rounds it out. Well, thank you so much for joining me today. If you like my shirt, the link for that is down in the description below. And please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Jane!